back to the channel. More Blood and Plunder for you today. We got another one of the British characters as we get to the end of the list here pretty soon for this faction. So today we have a 15-pointer, Colonel John Barnwell, or Tuscarora Jack, as he's known. Historic commander, he can lead British militia or the Raiders. Has a 12-inch command range with our 2 command points, so pretty solid considering we're just paying 15 points for this guy. He does come with a firelock musket and a standard melee weapon, so not the usual pistol or brace of pistols that we've seen a lot of. He does have a vendetta, Native Americans, and ruthless as well. So let's take a look at what we get for our points investment here and what those rules will do for us. So vendetta against Native Americans. Vendetta really is just something where like you are better against that faction. So when fighting against any Native American force, this force may reroll 1 failed die in any rally test. So getting a free reroll at any time really is always great. So nice to have there, not having to spend things like command points or fortune or other things like that, other abilities to have to get rerolls. We just get that essentially here. Now, Ruthless is a fun one, though. We've seen that on a lot of units as well. But basically, this unit receives a -1 bonus to shoot tests with small arms and to fight tests against units with more fatigue than this unit. So it's always one with Ruthless where timing is crucial there. Ideally, you want a unit that you're going to be engaging to already have a little bit more fatigue than you, just to make sure that your bonus kicks in there. So it doesn't necessarily help you when you're shooting at a unit that has either the same or less fatigue than you. But that's why ideally, depending on the turn order and things like that, that's always tricky with activation order. But you want your target to already essentially have some damage on it. Now, so that's going to definitely mean that you need to run him in a pretty decent sized unit. Keep getting as much mileage out of that as possible. Obviously risky anytime we engage in combat, but exposing him to shooting and things like that, or his unit to shooting, we want to obviously keep the character and the leader in the game as long as possible. But being able to then use those command points of his at the right times to maybe have some other units shoot out of sequence, maybe get that fatigue on an opposing unit, and then have your unit do its activations. Now you're basically giving yourself a bonus that way to shoot against them. And if you have, the nice thing there too is if we have some just multiple instances of Ruthless going around, right? Maybe the opposing unit already has fatigue on there. We order a Ruthless unit to shoot, adds more fatigue. Obviously, there's still going to be keeping Ruthless active for when you activate. So it just helps keep the bonuses alive for multiple units and really start piling on the effectiveness of making your shooting better with all those things going on. So for 15 points, we're not getting tons of abilities. Not that we would expect that for such a cheap character, but we just got to make sure that we play him right and get the best possible uses out of him. So now the Vendetta Native Americans is obviously situational. If we're not playing against Native Americans, doesn't come into play at all. So now that being said, if we are playing against natives, so maybe like a one-off game or something like that, it could be certainly fun and thematic to have a character who's geared towards dealing with those, or it just has some sort of included bonus in dealing with that faction. So let us know, guys, if you have run good old Tuscarora Jack here in your games. Have you run him in the militia or the Raiders? And how well has he done for you in your games? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more Blood and Plunder for you soon.